Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have We Feed People. This is a documentary directed by Ron Howard. Came out in 2022. It's an hour and a half long, and yeah, this is sort of telling the story of a chef that goes out there and, along with the team from the World Central Kitchen. It's a nonprofit. Central Kitchen. He's a world-renowned chef. Okay, his name's Jose Andres, and he and so many others along with him uh, travel the world, visiting places of natural disasters, especially natural disasters like Puerto Rico and Haiti. Went the earthquake in Haiti, the hurricane in Puerto Rico, the just disasters all over the place for a number of years. They've been doing this at least for 10, 15 years ish. Not sure exactly how long, but he has a ton of restaurants in Washington, D.C., and New York, and all over the place. Um, they even were amongst the chefs, the people cooking and delivering food during the pandemic when restaurants everywhere were shut down. And it wasn't just a matter of, oh, we were, where people could not afford food, they were still delivering that food. Other people, yeah, sure, people would pay for food delivery, gourmet food, gourmet meals, just delivered to your door when everything's shut down and you can't just go to McDonald's. Well, some of you could, some of us could. Yeah, we did. But if you wanted a good meal, like a really good meal, this guy delivers. But in the places where people weren't just go, oh no, I just don't feel like peanut butter and jelly tonight, he was going to places where they had to choose between eating or, well, they didn't have a choice to eat. They starved. They were starving. In Puerto Rico, where some people were throwing paper towels at the crowd during press conferences, other people were out there trying to get food and supplies that into play that were just sitting on docks rotting away. While all that was happening, Jose and his team, his group of people, and the World Food Kitchen. I hope I keep saying that right. World Central Kitchen. Sorry, the World Central Kitchen. They were working around governments that were ineffective and helping feed people where it was needed most. And it's not just throwing a bunch of MREs at people and going, they're barely edible. Yes, you know what? When you're hungry, anything that presents itself as food is fair game. Yes, you can't be picky in many cases, but in the situations where these people were available, if people showed up to get food, they were fed, and not just here garbage. Um, they were had cooked, healthy food that was gonna give them sustain their lives. Um, to be fair, Jose is a passionate man. He's an outspoken man, and he is someone who, let's say, it's a bit hot-headed at times, and this documentary certainly shows that. It shows him in different places all around the world, but it shows that also he has a tremendous amount of passion and empathy for people in need. Uh, and in fact, he's a guy. He's a Spanish origin. He's from Spain, uh, but he, he could easily be seen as coming into these foreign lands. And by the way, it's not just people in people of color in poor nations that need help. Again, with the pandemic and everything else, it doesn't matter where you're from, what color you look like, or anything else. Food disparity is a real thing. Food security is a thing that should not be a thing. Um, right, security should be a thing. Yes, food security should be a thing. Food disparity is something you should. I am, I'm hungry. Let's just say that I need to make dinner. Um, so, and I realize that some of these people were probably eating better than I do half the time. I did have McDonald's today. Um, some people that were poor, that were had their entire lives uprooted, homes destroyed, volcanoes exploding or places burning down. Just they might have eaten better than I have. in some cases in recent months. So, but I also have choices currently when it comes to eating. I am not in these situations, and that's luckily where Jose and his people come in, and it's a great thing. So it's very inspiring. It has some humor, but it's mainly an inspirational type of documentary that shows where there is trouble, there are people with compassion willing to help out. Some people don't believe, that he's just doing this for promotion and everything else. He's doing it to get rich. And when he went down to Puerto Rico, he just started paying. He had $10,000 in his pocket in credit cards, basically, just to spend to buy food. And there was nothing that said he was going to get reimbursed for it or anything else. He went down there and did that. He had somehow, they were like, how did you get into the country even? Because things were kind of locked down, mostly because they didn't need anybody coming in and messing with things, or people getting out, and well, I mean, just, yeah, there was a bit of a coming and goings kind of lockdown in a sense for a time. So yeah, it's he when he got in there, he and his team did whatever they could, and there's people who are just like, well, how much money went into your pocket from this? Zero, which is, I can't say I'd have the ability or the skill to do something like that. Or even willing have the financial stability to be able to say, yeah, I can just lose $10,000. But when people are hungry, you hope that you'd have the ability to do something like that, and thankfully Jose has, and Jose can. So yeah, this is if you want to see the world, parts of the world in dire straits, and see the people who work hard to correct those dire straits in order to feed them in their most desperate times. Men, women, and children around the world. 3,000 people needlessly died in Puerto Rico. At least 3,000. Maybe I got that wrong. It could be 30,000, but it's probably 3,000. Needlessly died because of mess-ups when it comes to the government. Oh, by the way, Puerto Rico is part of America. Just so you know. So yeah, there'll be a lot of familiar faces you'll recognize in this documentary, but this focuses very much on Jose and his family and the things. It's not a reality show by any means. It's a documentary, but you get to see a lot of the people he's worked with. And you get to see his daughters talking about seeing what their dad goes through, and he's not able to be with his family as much as he'd like, but it really, at times, it really messed with his head, just to be able to see the disparity and the terror some of these people have gone through, and it not being able to do more. So yeah, it's I think it's worthwhile checking out, definitely. It's 2022, so I wonder if it might be one of those things that could be nominated for an Oscar in the documentary category. Who knows? I mean, Ron Howard's gotten awards before, right? Can't see why not. All right, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
536.
Don't have to scroll far. 536. Well, this is miles apart what we just watched. It's the exact opposite of what we just watched. But it's, I'm probably just going to watch one episode. I think I got the idea of it. We've watched stuff from these guys before. This is a Disney Channel original series. We go from people who are poor and devastated, who've lost everything, struggling to survive, to eat, to feed their family, to Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Yeah. The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Yeah. The two kids living in a hotel, messing with people for fun. Super rich twins. The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.